Hi class, welcome to my science lab, aka my kitchen. You know, sometimes scientists can't tell what a substance is just by looking at it. They have to observe it and figure it out based on its properties, like its texture, its solubility, and how it reacts to other substances. So today, you're gonna help me and be scientists and try to figure out what these mystery substances are.
It's time to name that mystery substance.
First, let's use our eyes to observe. Do the substances look soft? Do they look grainy? Do they look like crystals? What do you think?
The solubility test.
This next test to determine our mystery substance is the solubility test. Solubility just means, can something dissolve in water? Substance A, and I'm putting it in water. All right, so let's note. Is it dissolving? Is it staying clumpy? Is it becoming a mixture, meaning like, is it mixing together to be one big thing? Or is the substance staying separate from the water? Of substance B. So here it is going in. All right, so, okay. Now we're moving on to substance C. Will it dissolve into the water? Stir this one. This is still substance C. If I stir this one a little bit, start to notice, how does that one look different than, say, if I stirred substance A? Substance D. Putting that into the water. Okay, so it took a little bit of stirring, but the more time we wait, this substance is starting to dissolve, right? So substances C and D start to dissolve, the water gets clear again. Whereas if we compare that with A, gross, we see a lot of stuff clumped at the bottom. B, we see a lot of stuff clumped at the bottom. But then C, fully dissolved. And if we give this one enough time, D will also fully. All right. Lastly, we're testing substance E. Remember, our big question is, will it dissolve in water? Interesting. Some things are floating to the top, and some things are sinking to the bottom. It's definitely gotten really cloudy. If I stir it, does it fully dissolve into the water?
The iodine test.
Next, we're going to do a test where we see if these substances contain starch. This is povidone iodine. It's often used for cleaning, like cuts and bruises and stuff. It can also be good for your skin. When you mix it with povidone iodine with something that has starch in it, it will change color. Now, this is going to be really subtle. It's not going to be that easy to see, but if you look closely, this is povidone iodine. Normally, it looks like this. It's a brownish red. It kind of looks like soy sauce. If the item contains starch, when the povidone iodine is mixed with it, it'll change color to be like a black or dark blue. So let's see if any of them change colors. All right, so we're gonna take some of substance A and we're gonna add some drops of povidone iodine. Now let's zoom in really, really close because this is a subtle thing. So that is what it looks like mixed with this substance. And this is what povidone iodine normally looks like, right? Normally it's this red-brown color. What does it look like now? If we look really close at it, first of all, it's clumping together, but also, is it changing color? Now we're gonna do substance B. So here we go, substance B. And I'm gonna add in some of the povidone iodine to it. Okay, now it's subtle, but you can see a difference, right? In this one with substance B, it's still got that red-brown color. But if we compare it to substance A looks black and gooey. This one looks wet still, it's almost dissolving, and it's a red-brown.
The chemical reaction test.
Our last test, we're going to be seeing if a chemical reaction happens when we introduce vinegar into the substance. Some things to look for with a chemical reaction. Does it start to produce a new substance? Like, are there bubbles? Is a whole new thing created? A chemical change requires a new thing, a new substance to be created. All right, so we're starting with A. Close up on that. All right, let's check out substance B now. Okay, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a chemical change. This one, spoiler alert, has to be our baking soda, because baking soda and vinegar mix together to create a chemical change. They're creating all of this gas, right? So when they come together, it's creating a gas, which is causing all these bubbles. Let's look at substance C. This is C. Okay, so it's dissolving, but it didn't have that big bubbling effect that B did. So it's not really a chemical change so much as just it's creating a mixture. Let's look at D. Nothing happened there. No, that is not a chemical change. Nothing really was changed at all. And lastly, let's look at E. Oh, interesting. It is kind of having a little bit of a semi-chemical reaction. There are bubbles going on at a pretty legitimate rate. It's time to reveal what all the substances were. So substance A is flour, like what you would put in making bread or making dough for a pizza or what you would use for making a cake. That's the one that had starch with the povidone iodine. That one does not dissolve, right? It clumps up. It is not soluble. It will not dissolve. Substance B was B for baking soda. When we mixed it with the vinegar, it had a chemical reaction. Okay, substance C is probably the only one you would want to drink. It is sugar. It is very soluble, meaning it can dissolve in water. Sugar can fully dissolve into another liquid. It is soluble. Same thing with salt. Salt is D. In this example, we've got vinegar, but when we mixed it with the water, most of it dissolved. This was a mixture of basically dirt and sand from my backyard. It did not mix well with the water. It did interestingly bubble a lot though when we added it to the vinegar.
Thank you for playing Name That Mystery Substance.